This model review is of the Trumpeter 1/48 scale, the T-38 Talon, and this is the Thunderbird version, and it gives you the dimensions over here. Some artwork is quite nice, but I don't really see any finished product. Let's have a look inside. Now this I bought online, and so it looks like it's been started. Got a few pieces that have been added. This is this fuselage half. These are very nice surface detail. They're all recessed panel lines, and you've got some of the wiring on the inside there. Let's have a look at the other side. Again, the same thing. Some very nice surface detail. And we've got two pieces have been added. Here's the cockpit. Looks like the cockpit's been pretty much built. And we have two ejection seats. And this looks like the parts to hold up the canopy. So this will be in the raised position. Definitely a lot of detail here, but you can still add more if you wanted to. This has got to be our clear plastic parts, which yes it is. These are very well molded. Put those back in there for safekeeping. Okay. Here are our instructions. List of the sprues. It looks like also there are some photo etched parts and two decal sheets. Here's the cockpit. This is the part that's already been built. Placing the cockpit inside the fuselage as well as the wheel well. All the wheel wells actually. Some of the fuel tank as well as front nose gear and air intakes. Then the wings, and the wings have their wheel well areas, the tail, exhausts, and the elevator, rear stabilizers. And then the canopy. This is where some of the photo etched parts come in. And you can also build a little ladder to climb in. Let's have a look. Here are the painting and marking guide. Shows you the colors needed. And all the decals that they go on. Some decals here for the cockpit. Looks like this sprue is almost empty. And has been used mainly for the cockpit. Here are the additional parts. These are very well molded. I don't see any flashing or mold lines. Here's our landing gear. Some additional parts. This is for the ladder up to the cockpit. This is for the cockpit to cover the instrument panel. And some additional parts. Looks like maybe some air brakes here. This is where our fuselage was. Wheel wells, sorry, wheel covers, both of them. This is, as I said, it's a Trumpeter model, so this is very well molded. Here are the wings. These are not terribly well put together. Got a little line there, but mostly these are all engraved surfaces. Short, stubby little wings. This is our tail. Here's our other wing. That's going to need to get sanded here. Here is our fuel tank pod. Looks like that'll need to get sanded down a little bit as well. Here's our one air intake. And here's the other air intake. This looks like this is for the front part of the cockpit. Here are our exhausts. This is the, looks like the rear, the co-pilot's instrument panel. It's a fair amount of detail and very well made. Let's have a look over here. Last few parts over here. These are the tail wings. We have 3 wheels, which has some nice details on them. And we have some photo etch parts. Look like possibly for some seat belts. And here's the front instrument panel. And some decals. So we have 2 decal sheets here. And these are very nicely printed. Some of these are quite large. Looks like they have the instrument panel details on there, so that should be nice. And then here are the rest of them. Well, so it's a fairly detailed kit. It's a very good quality kit. This one's already been started, but not so good details.